What's up? It's Aurelius, and today we're going to talk about rejection and how to handle rejections. I've been an artist for a very long time, and I have been rejected about 22,000 times for all manner of art projects, art things, mural jobs, calls to artists, you name it. I've tried to do it, and I've been rejected a lot. I've even had projects where good friends of mine were on the panel, the people behind the scenes who pick who gets this or that opportunity. People I've known for years and still got rejected. There's a local mural festival in my town that rejects me every year. I mean the years where the selection process is actually open. I've been an artist for a very long time, and I have to tell you, if you want to be an artist, you have to be prepared, because you will live in a world of rejection. You will be rejected a whole bunch of times too. I mean, unless you really go out of your way to try to not do anything. And if you want to be an artist and stay safe from rejection, just don't do anything. Do nothing. That'll keep you safe. Don't apply for this call to artists or that grant or that mural festival or whatever. You can't get rejected if you don't apply to things. And normally, these rejections, they just slide off of me like Boris the Bullet Dodger, Neo versus Magneto. I just allow those rejections to just slide off of me. Tell them to go ahead and fuck off, rejections. We don't want you here. Fuck right off then. But even to this day, every once in a while, they can sting. And sometimes, they can gang up on you and really do your head in. They'll creep in and make you think, wow, am I even good enough to be doing any of these things? Or, should I quit being an artist and go back to my day job I hate and not do the things that I love? But that's not really the way to be. So today we're going to talk about it, and I'm going to try to give you little insights and tips so you can go out there and get those rejections and, maybe they won't hurt so much. So for the rest of this video, we're going to be referencing my latest and greatest rejection ever. Not really, it's just the one that happened last week. I get rejected all the time. This one was for the Emerging Artist Grant from Creative Pinellas. And they're a wonderful organization, and I'm not knocking them by making this video. I want to make it very clear about that. I will say some things. But I felt a little silly even applying for that grant because I've been doing this for a very long time now, and if I haven't emerged as an artist, I'm doing something wrong. But I really need to be doing everything I can, and that grant would have helped me out. It would have kept me afloat for like 2 more months, and it would have given me something to do, and it would probably been fun. So they had the whole scoring process done through this Zoom meeting where you had all the judges that Creative Pinellas found, and they presented what they thought about your art and your, artist statement and your bio and all that stuff that you submitted to them. And they gave you a score from 1 to 100. I think maybe if you got a score of 86, you were eligible to get funding. I got a 62 out of 100. So they had this Zoom meeting, and I made the mistake of watching it. And it seemed like these people hated me, and I was like, I really don't remember the time I went and kicked this guy's puppy. Why does he seem to hate my guts for some reason? So everyone seemed to say that my art was commercial. More commercial than fine art, but that's weird to me because my art is commercial. I don't know about that. I kind of think as my art being some kind of weird mix between street art, urban art, pop art, and smashed up against fine art. Commercial, I don't really get that. I don't think that word means what you think it means. So one person out of the 5 or 6 people gave me a score of a 77, which she later changed to a 90, which was awesome. I like that person. But at the end of the day, people gave me such low scores that I got that rejection letter. And then I took that rejection letter and added it to my vast collection of rejection letters. I get a lot of rejection letters. And maybe it was because I watched that Zoom meeting and listened to what everyone said and how abysmal they thought my art was, I took it personally, which you really shouldn't do. Because in reality, these people don't know me. These people are not from my creative community. These people aren't even from my city or my neighborhood. They know nothing about me, so why did I take it personally? They were only seeing, I don't know, maybe 5 of my paintings and reading a bunch of artist statements and my artist resume and all this myriad of things that they make you submit through the grant process. And in reality, it was probably in all that written stuff where I failed. Because, you know, I'm an artist, I'm not really a technical writer, and I kind of scoff at that whole process a bit. And you gotta think about it like this. You know, you had that group of 5 people and this circumstance. But who knows, if it was 5 different people, you might have not gotten that rejection letter. So remember that it doesn't reflect on you personally. They don't hate you. They probably just didn't like your art that day. I mean, in real life, they could probably see it a month later and love it if they see it under different circumstances. Or they're not purposely judging your art and also like 300 other people's art to give a grant to. I mean, I know my art is dope, but as an artist, I also know not everyone is going to like your art all the time. Not everyone is going to like your art. It's too subjective. Every piece of art means so much different things from one person to the next. It's just too subjective. Can't take it personally. So in conclusion, the best way to deal with rejection in the art world is to not take it personally. Don't think too much about it. Just move on to the next thing, because there's many, many millions of things out there that you can apply to or go out and try to get. Don't get hung up on this group of people who didn't like your art that day, because tomorrow your art is going to be in front of other people and those people might love it. And remember, your favorite artist got rejected 2,386 times, just like I've gotten rejected 2,386 times, just like you are going to get rejected 2,386 times. So what you really have to do is keep getting out there and getting those rejection letters, because you get enough of them, you're also going to get some good stuff too. Oh, and also this video is sponsored by Aurelius.com, which is the best website ever, where you can get awesome paintings like this Bob the Robot Prince of Denmark painting here. It's the best website ever! Okay, so if you like my art, you might not want to watch the rest of this video, because I am going to go ahead and include about 3 or 4 minutes of my latest and greatest rejection. And I'm not doing this to be like a salty hater or whatever. I just want you to kind of see firsthand what happens in these things. And I'm also going to show the actual paintings that they're talking about. And, you know, maybe instead of thinking of a negative way, maybe you can think about it in a positive way. So maybe if you watch this, the next time that you get one of these rejections, it won't sting as much. And as always, thanks for watching. If you like this video, hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to be a famous artist. You gotta hit the subscribe buttons.
Applicant number 039. And for this round, we're going to begin with comments and scores from Cecilia.
Okay, I thought that the samples were definitely more commercial than fine art. I thought that the future impact and the evidence of artistic achievement were not yet as professional, as serious perhaps as could be. My overall score for this artist was 69.
Thank you. This brings us to comments and scores from Dora.
Yes, I found that there is a space also for developing the vision of the and moving toward a fine art, and I'm giving the 60.
Thank you. Next we have comments and scores from Ed.
I agree with the last two commenters, and I have a score of 43.
Those 43 was it?
4-3.
Okay, thank you. Next we have comments and scores from Hattie.
I actually wrote down tired eye references interesting, but I don't know what that is now. I like the different techniques, the use of paints, different fields, the soft, the hards, layered with messages. I think it's a very futuristic feel. I really love that this person is a curator and holder of space for the community. I gave a 77, but I feel like I underscored.
77. Okay, that brings us to comments and scores now from Jason.
Overall score 45. I will say has a solid record of experience in exhibitions. The quality of the applicant's work would benefit greatly from a mentor.
Thank you. And next we have comments and scores from Candy.
For this application, I put that needs to be a distinction between an artist statement and a bio. I want to know what your work is about. Why are you creating your work? How is it relevant in today's world? And how will it impact the future? I also need some work when it comes to the vision statement as well, and the distinction between that and an artist statement. There is potential for the future when it comes to their portfolio and the kinds of techniques that they're putting in within an image. I also think that it looked a little bit more futuristic, which is fun to look at, but I want to know what's the message behind your work. And I'm glad that there's some exhibition history within this application, and for that reason I gave them a 65.
Thank you. And to review the scores, Cecilia, 69, Dora, 60, Ed, 43, Hattie, 77, Jason, 45, Candy, 65. At this time, I need to stop sharing my screen. At this time, do any panelists need to update their scores?
I think this applicant's great for like emerging artists. I'm gonna bump it up to 90 if I can.
Any other panelists need to update their score? Okay. That brings us to an average score of 62.0.
See, that wasn't that bad, right? I mean, you can go through that all day, every day. And you want to be an artist, so you're going to have to go through a lot of that, but, sooner or later they will say yes, and it'll make it all worth it. Peace.
Those t-shirts are so dope.